is the GMologist, GM extraordinaire, the GMologist.
Everyone, and welcome to the GMologist Presents. Today, I'm going to talk about North Texas RPGCON. This is my annual, pre-con prep podcast, for lack of a better term. And I will tell you what I'm going to run and actually going to play this year. So looking at my schedule, because it's kind of nice that they actually added, so you can look at your schedule now, and they added me to my own games, which that hasn't happened in the past, or maybe it has and I didn't pay attention. But I am playing in 2 games and running 5, although I'm participating in the 5th one. I'm participating and probably running. So the first, I'll just go in order. I'm actually playing a game on Thursday, and I'm going to be playing in a game called Intrepid. And this game is run by Jeff D., and he is the author of the latest Villains and Vigilantes version 3.0, and it looks really cool. I'm glad I'm going to play in his game. I got to make sure I take my book. I got the book from him a couple years ago, and he signed it and everything, but I'm pretty excited about it. The heroes are called to the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum, built on the decommissioned aircraft carrier Intrepid at Pier 86 in Manhattan. Uniformed men armed with advanced weaponry have taken over the museum, and the police need your help. What are the intruders after, and what nefarious forces do they serve? So pretty cool stuff, run by Jeff D. On Friday's a long day. On Friday in the morning, I am running a game, because I love to be up in the morning. Doesn't matter. I get up at 4:30 in the morning every day anyway, or so. But this is a game in the morning. I hope so. Maybe. Is it? It should be. Yes, it is. It is in the morning. So table 1 in the Live Oak. It's full, which is great. And I'm running the Mystifying Marvel of Nicomaiden's Tower for AD&D 1E, more or less. Maybe /Osric, maybe some additional things. And it's a AD&D adventure or OSR adventure for levels 1 to 3. I got the pre-gens done. Yay. And they were in the book. This is actually a adventure written by M.W. Lewis of the World of M.W. Lewis that he did as a Kickstarter, I think, last year. So I'm pretty excited about it. The tower appears every 500 years to reveal its secrets for some lucky spellcaster. An AD&D adventure for levels 1 to 3. That's my little blurb on it. So it's a combination of monsters, traps, and puzzles. So I'm looking forward to running that. And then in the afternoon, I'm running the Sea Devils Part 1. So it's an adaptation of the 1987 module Eviltide by Bruce Cordell for convention play. It's Part 1. Is Part 1 full? I think it's full now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's full. Great. I don't know if I have any repeats, but that's just Part 1. So this is an adaptation, like I said, and so it takes place. It's actually interesting. It does, on the maps of Greyhawk, this place is there, which is kind of cool. And I've always wanted to run Eviltide, and it's kind of funny that I'm running a sort of Saltmarsh-based campaign for 5e. We ran The Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, and then now we're just doing kind of hex crawling around the Saltmarsh area. And if they run into the other adventures, they do them. But we kind of ran into Sea Devils somehow, so I started that for 5th edition. So it's kind of cool. It's the cover art by Eviltide is was also done by the late Janelle Jacques, so kind of a homage to her. So I'm excited about it. And the PCs arrive at an island and try to stop a Sahuagin invasion from the sea. That's Part 1. And I'm psyched that it's full now. It had some spaces. The characters level 5 to 7, by the way. So I have a bunch of characters that were made kind of for Osric, but they will work. And I guess at the table, I'm probably going to have them run So second edition, I'm probably going to have them roll like secondary skills or choose secondary skills as opposed to doing the non-weapon proficiency thing, or I'll just default to using, if they feel that that's their background, then defaulting to um, ability scores, which is what non-weapon proficiencies use anyway. I don't know. I think it gets. I don't know. It not seemingly not a not necessary add-on. I'm finding, but because I just kind of use that in AD&D 1E as a default. Like, oh, okay, you want to swim across the river, just roll a dex check, and depending on the circumstances, -2, +2, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. So Incident Mad Cow is what I'm playing in. It's a Delta Green, or it says Cthulhu Modern. I thought it was Delta Green. Omega Files, Cthulhu Modern. The team is dispatched to investigate a rumor outbreak of mad cow disease. We have to identify, assess, and remediate the threat. So that's kind of cool. I hope I don't have to make a character. I hope they're pre-gens for both of these because I haven't been able to make characters. So anyway, that's what's happening there, and it's cool that I am going to be playing in this game with one of my buddies, Joe Youngers. I don't think I've ever played with Joe. Joe plays in my ongoing, I think it's 2+ years running Traveler game for Mongoose Traveler 2nd Edition, Order of the March, where the characters have become a banner knights, and they're doing crazy things in the Spinward Marches. Right now we're running through Mysteries of the Ancients. It's a really good game, and we probably need to do like a retrospective after 2 years of running, which has been really fun, sort of space trucking or space hopping around the marches. So anyway, I'm excited about the Cthulhu Modern game, which should be pretty fun. So there you go. And then, so that's Friday. So Friday's pretty full. Saturday, I got 2 games. And the first game is called that I'm running is called The Last Voyage of the Melisande. It is for Hyperborea, but it's kind of a fish out of water type of game where a 16th century naval ship is somehow transported to Hyperborea, and despite superior technology, how long will the crew last in the strange new world full of monsters and men from books, myth, and legend? It is a tale of Hyperborea with 5th level characters from an alternate Earth. So I'm excited about it. I put like the additional info where the storms drove us north through the snow and ice from the Acadian coast. The fog would not lift. We knew something was wrong. When Jacques noticed the compass spinning wildly, the fog became warm, and we knew we were certainly not in our own world when a ship from Gascon's Norman ancestors full of fierce warriors attacked us. Our guns destroyed them, but how long would our black powder last in this strange new world? So I got a lot of fun ringers in this game. Joe's playing in it. Matt Hall, who you know is Dark Fluid, BJ, Boy the Arcane Alienist, and Tim J. Rowe, award-winning chili cook from North Texas, is also going to be playing in it. So I'm excited about it. This game was actually inspired by a shipwreck that I put in our Down and Out at Fort Thunder campaign that we've been running for like 2 years now. Yes, going to be 2 years from 2 years because I started it at North Texas RPGCon 2 years ago. So this is kind of inspired by that. They found this shipwreck that was a caravel, and I kind of threw in a bunch of crazy sort of Renaissance 30 years war technology. So it's pretty cool that I'm going to now have these characters. So I do have the characters. I haven't finished them quite yet, but they're going to be the captain is going to be a warlock. The master of sailing is going to be an illusionist. So basically, I took the top 8 positions on the ship, and then they're going to have crewmen and a squad of marines. But master of sailing is the illusionist. The pilot is a legerdemainist. The bosun is a berserker. The master carpenter is a druid. The master gunner is a pyromancer. The surgeon is a cleric, and the purser is a scout. So the master of the purse or master of the coin on the ship. So it's pretty cool. I put them from different places, in sort of an our Earth, but in an alternate Earth, as if it's like a weird Earth, kind of a la Lamentations of the Flame Princess. And I'm actually using the rules for guns from Lamentations of the Flame Princess. So that should be pretty cool. I don't know how it's going to go. I know I have the encounters in mind that I want to happen, but who knows how far we'll get with it. But I'm pretty excited, and I don't know if it will be the last voyage. Who knows? Who knows if they survive? um, we'll see. But I do know at least what the encounters will be. And hopefully they will go accordingly with the 4 hours that we have in mind. Sort of like, what is it? About 45 minutes, a little over 45 minutes. Oh, about an hour and 15 per encounter. So we'll see. We'll see how they go. It depends if it's violent or not, right? Some of these cannot be violent, and if they're not violent, then we can get further from where I want to go. So we will see. Also sold out, by the way. So it sold out pretty fast, but Hyperborea games tend to do that. And then the last game I'm running, although it's not quite true, but the last game I'm running is a part 2 of the Sea Devils, and in this one, it looks like we have at least one, maybe two repeats. So that'd be kind of good for the continuity. But it's going to be the second part of the Eviltide module. So hopefully we'll get to the conclusion of that. But you never know with these things. And hey, it's all fun, and we'll see how far we get. And these, I remember the Eviltide is pretty tough. So we'll see. We'll see how they do. I mean, it's 5th to 7th level characters. They got some chops, So we'll see how they do, and it should be pretty fun. So finally, on Sunday, I am participating in the Hyperborea Open tournament run by Jeff Talanian, the author of Hyperborea, and I signed up for it, but I could give my spot up because I'm also running, and I just want to drop a little bit of a hint. It's going to be called Biodome, so it should be pretty fun. I have an idea for encounters, and then my sort of quote unquote 3 to 4 room dungeon. But the premise is really that you open a door and you get into the space, and then at the end you go through another door to the next space for the next game master who's going to be running. So it should be really cool. So, and it's the fun thing is that like there's a bunch of players. I think they're like 12 plus players, and then the GM seat rotates. For sometimes the players become the GMs, and the Jeff runs, and then so it should be pretty cool. But I'm excited about Biodome. So yeah. So well, this is probably pretty quick. I think it's a very quick episode, so I'm probably going to drop it right away if it sounds good. And I hope to see you if you're going to North Texas RPGCon. It'd be great to catch up with you and maybe chat a bit. And maybe you might be in some more games, and maybe I'll have some pickup games. There's always pickup games to be had. I'm actually keeping Saturday night open, and I'm hoping to run something or just hang out and chit chat with people. So I am thinking of a game that the adventure is called Bunker in the Badlands, and it's definitely a homage to Keep on the Borderlands, using Modern Necessities, which is powered by OSE. So if you can imagine like a mishmash of Shadowrun and Twilight 2000, that's pretty much what Modern Necessities is. And if you set it like in a cataclysm or cataclysmic or post-war, big Great War type scenario, it could be pretty fun, much like Twilight 2000. And you can play dwarves, gnomes, or half orcs, etc. Elves and the like. You have guns, automatic weapons, and I like their kind of treatment in the OSC rules for automatic weapons and the like. And it'd be fun to run through an adventure. He has the author has their own setting for this game. If I can click it quickly, the author. I just tell you about Modern Necessities anyway. Modern Necessities. It is written by the Scrying Dutchman. It's a really cool book for use for old school essentials. and he did a Kickstarter. It says 2020. I don't think it's that old. Anyway, so I'm excited about possibly running it, and not setting it in his default world. I'm probably going to set it in the known world, in the BX world, and then go from there. I've always wanted to run like a series of adventures in the known world using the B series, and I actually have like a placement for different modules in Mystara, right? So like B1 and B2 and B3 are in Karamikos, and then Lost Cities and Yalvaram, Har on the Hill in Karamikos, Failed Society, Karamikos, Rahasha and Darokin, that's B7. So, most of them in Karamikos, so there you go. But they have like a whole list of like where these things take place for B and X modules, right? So it should be pretty neat to do. Anyway, I think I've blabbered on enough, and I'll end it here. Thanks for listening. This has been the GMologist Presents. So you can message me at gmologist@gmail.com. I have a SpeakPipe account, or you can drop a DM in the Discord if you have any questions. The intro and outro music are by the incomparable TJ. My wife does the cover clip art, and I think we have a line that says good night and good rolling.
It's an orgy of game and everybody knows your name.
Vortex NTRPGCON.
The organizer and Satan are one and the same.
Vortex NTRPGCON.
And we'll all be bumping uglies playing any shows games.
Vortex NTRPGCON.
North Texas RPGCon. First weekend in June at the Westin Inn in scenic Irving, Texas. Pack those dice bags and a spare liver.
Vortex NTRPGCON. Vortex NTRPGCON. Vortex NTRPGCON. Vortex NTRPGCON.